Good day, believer. It's a new week, and I'm very much excited to be starting it with you. First and foremost, all right, ensure that you are always active here by hitting the subscribe button here and also on our Telegram channel because I do drop updates here and I also drop updates on the Telegram channel. Trust me, this year I'm back and very much active, going live and also dropping educational video for you. So, with no further ado, we're going to be looking at market I'm looking at for this week, market that I will be showing you my projection because the main goal is if you don't prepare, yeah, that is already preparation to lose. Because one thing you have to understand about this market and understand about consistent profitable trader is they have a projection, and at the ending of the day they can track that result. Why? Because these projections are like these projections are what you use to save data to review later. All right, so with that being done and said, let's look at the screen. First market I'm looking at for this week. Last week was one sweet week for me. It was one of the best week of 2026, and the best is yet to come. Looking at my screen, I'm currently looking at boom 500. This is market that I'm really anticipating for it to fulfill my next criteria for me to press in that button. All right, so the main thing I want you to understand is this market I've been selling for the past 1 2 3 4 4 weeks. It lost momentum when it came into this weekly zone, and yeah, but looking at the daily, for me, structure is still in play here. Because if I bring up my Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, you see it got to the 50 and 61% retracement area. If we go to 4 hour, this was the previous higher low. This was the previous lower low before all this rally to the downside. All right, so what I'm anticipating here is for the market to give me a structure, because this trend line from the upside is showing it as come into the trend line. Sometimes it gives a false breakout, then come back in. I want it to come back in, and I would love today's candle to close below 5411. My anticipation is this market should bleed back to this 5291 for this week, 5291 for this week, and that's just it for boom 900. That's it for boom 900, boom 500. Sorry, boom 500 is still possible. It would clear all the way to the downside, but this zone has to be cleared. That's why I said we're likely to have another retest of 5291. So if it clears that, then I can see this market rallying to this area here. But till it does that, I'm taking this zone out. This is just the area I'm interested in. Okay, about 100 people approximately, you get me. So with that being done and said, next up is boom 900. This baby, this baby, this baby. You can see one thing about markets: you guys don't always listen to me. You don't always listen to me. Now, looking at boom 900, I've been anticipating it for a long time for sale, and I have my reasons for that. But currently looking at the screen, know that this market is still on a tight consolidation on the higher time frame. But due to the higher time frame, I've been able to see the bigger picture before time. You get me? I've been able to see the bigger picture, and all I have to do is set myself in the right position, so when the opportunity presents itself, you can be able to bank on it. I will say this for free: lazy people can be consistently profitable. Trading forex is not for lazy people. You have to be willing to put in the time, put in the effort, and always follow your routine, because this routine are what you have told your creator. These are the times I'm trading, these are the time I'm sitting watching my chart. For those of us who use instant market execution, we always have to be monitoring during some certain hours and all that. So with that being done and said, I'm still expecting this market to clear this area, moving to this next weekly zone. All right. But now it's still inside this strong range that has lasted for months. That's since last year, July, it has been in this nasty range. But from the looks of it, if we can get a decent close this month, then we're likely to get the breakout I've been anticipating. But for now, this market moved from this area down here, which is approximately 400 pips. I'm expecting a retracement. Let's see if it's possible it will rally to the downside. So let me see this. Because right now, all my trades on Boom 900, I'm not interested anymore for the now till I see a reasonable structure. Right now, I'm not seeing any structure for sale. It has gotten to a major support, not just on the daily, but also on the weekly. So all I have to do is be patient because structures are broken out. This was a consolidation for it to go up, but it failed to give us another higher high, giving us an equal high consolidation break of structure. So if we get a reversal or breakout here, reversal below whatsoever, so these are the two scenarios I'm waiting for. Okay, after this break of structure, that's what made me interested in this market. Now, what are my projection? I'm anticipating it to keep on going down. So all I need to wait for is a structure, a lower high structure. Then I bank on it to first the 100% retracement area. Then if it keeps on going there to the next major target, have this in mind. Market moves from zone to zone, and it always do three things at every major zone. It either buys massively, sell massively, or consolidate massively. And at the ending of the day, we're doing two things. All this preparation we're doing right now in the next 10 to 15 minutes will be done. It's just for you to do two things: for you to press buy or sell once your criteria for entry are met. So with that being done and said, let's look at other markets. I think I'm heavily invested in Boom 500, Milk's Boom 900 massively last week, Milk Boom 300 massively, and yes, Boom 300. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. So this market, I'm anticipating it to come into this weekly area here. The monthly is looking nice, the weekly is looking nice, the daily is looking nice, but right now I'm expecting a retracement before I engage again for this week. I'm expecting a retracement. So now this is how my current expectation is. There's two things, okay? Either this market retraces here. Let me see this. Okay. Either it retraces here, bounce off this 4 hour area and keep going down to touch 1845, or it's going to go in for a big reversal. Why do I say a big reversal? Since it broke this daily consolidation that lasted from around here, that's on the 1st of December to when it broke out on the 4th of January. Okay, it's consolidated for a month. So what I'm anticipating currently is this, okay, or the bigger retracement, which is this, okay. But till it does that, I'll love it to come into 2319. But till it does that, I'm actively monitoring my chart day in, day out. I also implore you, because I do this myself, and I always tell my mentee this also: before you start your daily projection, because most of us, we have a busy day, we have other things we do, you have some other projects, maybe you are working. So due to the fact that you want to always, you'll be checking your phone, you're a forex trader waiting for a market to enter, or your projection for the week. During your projection for the day is so that you can mark your key levels, because every day we have different 4 hours. Okay, we have approximately, let's say approximately, let me do the maths. We have approximately, that is, we have six 4 hour candle in a day, and there's no how that 90% of the time, this market could give us another structure aligning in our direction for us to get entries or exits. So ensure, if you know that you are not you are always busy, you can't really remember things a lot, or you want to sharpen your weekly projection, ensure you rewatch this video before your weekly projection. And also, if you know that you don't have a circuit breaker, you can always use this. Once I'm showing you this target for the week, 90% of the time, if the market gets to my overall target for the projection for the week, I stop trading. I'm not trying to be Mr. Right. I'm not trying to catch all the move. I'm trying to make my money, stacking up percentage for both myself and also my investors. Because the main goal here is to make money. Everything we're doing, yes, it's primary, is secondary to make money, but you can't have all those things if you don't do the work. All right, so with this being done and said, let's look at boom 1000. Boom 1000, yeah, I literally caught an entry around here this morning. Yeah, an entry around there this morning. The market gave me my criterias for engagement, and currently I'm expecting it to come into 15999. All right, 15999. So what we have to do now is to be patient. This market broke out a zone that has been retested one, two, three, four times, then it broke out. This 4 hour is giving us a reversal vibe. So all I'm going to do right now, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to take this after this 4 hour closes, because for sure, from the looks of it, the daily candle is going to close below this area. And once it does that, either it retraces back here, or 4 hour could give us a structure below here. I'm expecting this market to bleed to 15999. All right, I'm expecting it to bleed into that area and possibly come all the way to this down weekly zone. So we have to be patient. This 1, 2, 3, 4, like market consolidated during the last quarter of last month, but right now we are having momentum. These are the period you need to be on your chart 247. You need to block out other things, because at the ending of this year you need to get those results. And how do you do that? By minding your business. Apart from, yes, if you are a student, you have a family, mind your business that makes you money, mind your business that pays you and gives you the opportunity to give your family and your loved ones a privileged life. So with that being done and said, above everything we have said tonight here, above everything, these are the markets I'm just interested for this week. Above everything I've said tonight here, I want to implore you, if you don't take action, then you are just here for hearing sake. All right, you need to take action so that you can get a result. You need to take action so that you can have data you review, you analyze to get better. If you took a trade, the trade starts taking you out before it goes your direction. Know what you are doing wrong. Is your SL too tight? Is your capital too small? Are you using a big lot size than you ought to use? These are things you use to grow for your portfolio. I made mention of something, having the overall target for the week so you can cut your loss and don't trade anymore, and also having your circuit breaker. I see people coming in blowing their capital the first week of the year. No, you are meant to survive. You might have a bad day, but you can end the week profitable. You might have a bad week, but you can end the month profitable. Let's say, all right, it's really a shitty month, but you can end the year profitable. Always have that positive mindset. I say the same decision that you made that gave you a loss, that gave you profit, you have to keep on taking action of your decision. And as a trader, you have to be willing to live or die by your decision. If you take buy, you put your SL, put your TP, you have confluences, many things that made you take that trade. Until it plays out, be ready to live or die by it. Even if Mr. B, Mr. C, or Mr. D is telling you this trade will do otherwise, you will do this, that. No, that's how you grow. I'm not trying to tell you what won't work. This is what works, guys. So with that being done and said, I will also be doing the 3 days live session this year. I'll be doing the 3 days live session. The date is going to be conveyed to you. It's probably going to be either the last week of this month or the first week of next month. So I'm going to convey the dates to you, and I will implore you to share this link to friends and family that you really want to have result. This is one thing to be a profitable trader, is another thing to be a consistent profitable trader. Right here, I'm a living proof that 6 months, this month will make it the seventh. I've been consistently profitable. I've not just been profitable, I've been tracking it, and I'm happy. My investors are happy. So if you want to achieve that this year, I'm going to see you live in our 3 days live session on how to start this year right. So with that being done and said,